once you start using dozens of Ruby scripts, as I'll teach you to do, the problem isn't so much the memory that the scripts take, because that's rather trivial. Instead, the problem is more about what it does to the user interface in SketchUp. You see, these Ruby scripts are written by programmers all over the world, and nobody works the same. Some people add the tools to different menus. Some people add it to the right-click menu. Other script authors create separate toolbars that have all the functionality. Whatever the case, if you add dozens of scripts, pretty soon SketchUp starts becoming a lot less like SketchUp and more like some big clunky program. And I don't like that. I like how streamlined SketchUp is and how intuitive it is to use. But I still want to take advantage of all of this functionality that the scripts offer. So the solution that I've come up with is a way to unload and load the scripts through the extension functionality. And I've also found a way to clean up the plugins folder, which I'll share with you. The real fruit of my efforts here is this loader.rb, which I've placed directly in the plugins folder. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to double-click it to launch it in Text Wrangler, a free application that's really just a text editor for programming. I like it because it color codes the Ruby script, and it makes it easier to read. I'm going to scroll up to the top here and show you that this is organized into two parts, the Ruby loader and the extension loader. There's a function that I have here that I need to define so that I can call on it right here. It's called require all. And I require that all of the Ruby scripts in this folder get loaded. And then I require that all of the scripts in this other folder get loaded. See, this is just a mechanism that allows you to tell SketchUp to load from another place. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to go back to the Finder and go to this folder that contains my Ruby scripts. I tell it to load all of the scripts here in the auto load folder, and right now there are none. That's because they're hiding out in the hold folder right now. I'm going to take all these scripts and put them in the auto load folder. These are things that I want to have in SketchUp all the time. I don't want to be able to unload them. I just want to use them. So I put some of my favorite Ruby scripts in here. And then I put lots of Ruby scripts that I use quite often, but not all together, in this extensions folder. You see? Back in the loader Ruby script is where I register each one of the extensions with SketchUp. And I'll just show you how that works. Right here is like the prototype for my extension. I copy it and adjust it for each extension that I add. I've commented this out by adding equals begin and equals end. It's an alternative to adding number signs in front of every line. Let's take this extension as an example. I add the words advert, as in add vertex, in front of each instance of ext. So I just copy and paste that in here on every line, and then on the last line I have to add it right here. I add the specific path to the Ruby script that I'm talking about. I add some descriptive text, the author's name, version number, and year it was written. And then I can load and unload Ruby scripts from the comfort of SketchUp. And after I do this once, I never have to come back in here and fool with the file system or tweak any more Ruby script code. It's a solution that works for me. You might find it easier just to drag things into the plugins folder when you use them. And you might grow into this technique later when you start having dozens of Ruby scripts that you need to manage.